Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. On today's video, I am creating a candy corn pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hot gun to take off this sticker. And I want to apologize in advance for the background noise. My allergies are flaring up, so I need to use my air purifier. So I would like to apologize to you in advance for the noise. What I did was I purchased some painter's tape from Walmart, a small thin one, and I am going to eyeball measure. Yeah, that is something. Eyeball measure how I want to place the paint evenly on this pumpkin. Okay, now I have eyeball measured the placement of the tape. I'm just wiping down to make sure there's no debris. So my colors are going to be top portion white, middle portion yellow, and bottom portion orange. The same color pattern as a candy corn. So I'm using some Dollar Tree white chalk paint for my top portion. In between painting, I am trying to make sure that the surface can be somewhat semi-dry, so that way I could continue to add as much paint to really get the pop of that white color. Now that I have the top portion painted white, I am using a Crafter's Collection chalk paint in the form or the color of Buttercup. On Crafters Paint, you can find those at your nearest Dollar Tree, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby is one of the main locations I go to when I want to find a significant paint color for any project that I'm creating. And as you can see, this yellow color is more of a vibrant color, but not too neonish. Now what I'm doing is I'm going in and filling in excuse me, the part where I had the tape, filling that in with some of the white paint because I wanted things to be evenly placed when it comes to the colors of the candy corn pumpkin that I'm creating. Now, there is probably an easier way that this could have been done, but there again, if you know, you know. I am a freestyle. I don't try to measure things or anything of that nature. If I see it from my visionary standpoint and I like it, then that's what I'm going with. So now, as you can see, I am measuring out, using some more of that painter's tape to see how far down I want the yellow to go. And I'm just adding more of this buttercup color. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and get this top portion of this yellow, or excuse me, the color buttercup dried, and that way there will not be any type of smearing while painting the bottom. Okay, so now let's paint the bottom portion orange. The paint that I'm applying, I'm testing to see if I like the color. It came from Dollar Tree. It's another one of those Rich Art paints, and the color is just orange. And I did not like the vibrant color of the orange. I really wanted to be more darker. So what I did was I went on ahead and used another Crafter's Collection acrylic paint. And the funniest thing is the name of the paint is pumpkin. So I think that was perfect for what I'm trying to create. Okay, so I took off the piece of painter's tape and now I'm just going to fill in that empty space with more of this crafter's pumpkin color. So upon looking at the pumpkin, the white just did not stand out the way I did, or the way I would like for it to. So I am just applying a layer of actual white paint, and that gives it the bright and vibrant color that I was designed for as far as to the pumpkin. Okay, so the stem of the pumpkin, I am using a brand called Apple Barrel in chocolate bar, a matte format. Okay, so now I am going to dry the whole entire project as far as the colors or the paint that I added. And I need to make sure that it's completely dry because I am going to add some ribbons and some type of floral arrangement. So this ribbon that I'm using, it came from Dollar Tree. It's also this stuff is kind of hard to work with sometimes. I haven't mastered it, but I am going to roll these in half. I'm not using any particular length as far as to each piece that I cut to add to the top. I am basically just eyeballing the way I want it to look. So you can make it thicker, larger, to whatever preference is suitable for you. But for me, I basically kind of kept it small. So that way I can make it fuller by adding more ribbon and more floral arrangements to the pumpkin. This is a flower that I purchased last year during the holiday season for Christmas. I cannot for the life of me think of what type of flower this is, but I did pull a few pieces apart to kind of just give me a guideline of the flower placement that I would like for it to be. Um, I will be adding more, but I just want to see if me adding this flower would be a nice fit for the arrangement itself, if it would complement it. I, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of this flower. I do apologize, but if you know, leave it in the comments to kind of remind me of what flower type of flower this is. I think it's sage, but I could be so wrong. Now these little flowers that I'm using with the little I don't know, little balls on the end of them in more of the neutral and orange color. I'm just adding to give it to complement the colors as far as to what the candy corn has been painted. And these came from Hobby Lobby. They of this season, the 2024 season. And you can find those in the Thanksgiving section for their flowers. Okay, now I kind of have an idea what the flower placement or the floral placement would look. I am going to go ahead and add more of the ribbon. I know some people go ahead and just cut all their ribbon in advance, but I'm gonna be honest, I was being lazy. I really didn't want to take the time to do that. I just rather cut it one by one and add. I know that sounds tedious, but that's just how I was feeling that day. There again, my allergies was not being my best friend. The rolling the mesh method really worked because when I am using the stapler or this upholstery stapler to attach the mesh to the candy corn pumpkin, it made it look much fuller at the top versus just adding ribbon. So I like this idea better than just getting some ribbon and attaching it to the decoration. One thing about using this stapler to attach the mesh or any type of decoration to some of these Dollar Tree or to the Dollar Tree or the Hobby Lobby wood pieces that you get, they will go through the back and they would kind of protrude out. So off camera, what I had to do was go to the back and I had to tack down the staplers that was just protruding out, so that way it would not snatch or cut or grab on anything. Now that it's officially the fall season, I am so excited. The weather changing, the changing of the leaves, even though, God, I hate raking leaves. But there again, this is my favorite time of the year. My favorite holiday is Christmas and Halloween, but Halloween is not actually a holiday. But there again, it does fall within this season. How about you tell me what is your favorite season? And if fall is your favorite season, what do you like about fall? Or what is some of your favorite things to do? Okay, this piece of orange mesh I cut to see if it will flow with this arrangement as well. So I didn't want to just keep it with or keep it just that particular four color mesh. So I'm going to add this later on in the project. And this, I purchased that from Dollar Tree. It's some orange and glitter mesh type ribbon. Okay, so now we're going to add that orange mesh that I was speaking about earlier in the video. So I'm just using the same process of rolling the mesh, but instead of stapling it, I'm going to hot glue the mesh to the board because it is a pretty thin material. It's not as heavy or as thick as the other mesh that I was using previously when starting this project. Everything has been added to the project. I'm just doing a little bit cleaning up, just making sure I get some of the strings cut. And here's the final look. Looking at the top, I think I should have added a little bit more flowers, but it turned out pretty cool. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.